Hi everyone, Ben here from Northern Strength Academy. Thanks so much for jumping on our Prepare, Prevent, and Protect program for firefighters. This program is designed to prepare you for the needs of your job as a firefighter, to prevent you from getting injured, and to protect everyone that you guys work with and for as firefighters. So we're going to talk about the program structure, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, and just some little details you're going to need to know as you navigate your way through this program. So first of all, the warm-up is something you need to do every single day. Definitely do not skip it. You're going to have a lot of really awkward positions I'm going to ask you to get into. You don't have to get all the way there to start, but do your best to get into as deep a ranges of motion as you're capable, and over time you will see improvement in your mobility, and you will be able to get deeper into those ranges of motion that I asked you to do. As you read the program, you're going to see exercises highlighted by letter. So you see A, B, C, so on and so forth. When you see a group of A exercises, there might be 1, 2, or 3 of them. It means that you're doing those as a circuit. So you'll do your first A, then you'll take your dedicated rest, do your second A, take the dedicated rest, and so on and so forth. And when you've done all the exercises in A, you go back to the first one and repeat it. Make sure that you pay special attention to those rest times so that we are hitting the energy systems that are most appropriate for firefighters. It's very specific how that's been designed, so have a look at them and follow them. There's even rest timers built into your app so that you can hit the timer and it'll tell you when to go again. Throughout this program, not everyone is going to be able to do every single exercise. That's why we have an icon in your team builder that is called an opt-out icon. So it's like the big cross. Click on that and you can select a similar to exercise to opt in instead of the exercise that you're doing. And you can even leave us a reason for you don't have the equipment, or you're injured, or you're prohibited, or whatever, and you can substitute in an exercise that will work for you instead. Next, there are journals for every single exercise that you do. So you can enter in a little note if you want after doing an exercise that says, this didn't feel good, or I should go heavier next week, too easy, whatever you think is going to help you the next time you come across that exercise. Also, an icon in every exercise that you'll see is going to be your history icon. So that's the little clock in your team builder. So that history button is going to show you your history of every time you've done that exercise, the weight that you've done, and the reps that you've done. That way you're making measurable progress, and you know that if I did 100 pounds last week, maybe I'll try 105 this week. I expect to get a little bit better every single week. With that in mind, please make sure to record the weight that you're doing and the reps that you've done every single time. In the beginning of this program, I'm not really going to recommend loads. I want you to figure it out and sort of see where you're at. After the first 4 weeks, you will see percentages prescribed in the program, and those percentages are designed to recommend a load for you based on your exercise history that's appropriate for that set. So you do not have to go to failure in most sets. It's very rare we're going to ask you to do as many reps as you possibly can. The science is telling us that that's just not the best way to get stronger or more fit. You got to leave 1 or 2 in the tank. So when you do have recommendations on how much to lift, please follow them. Unless you feel like they're way too easy, you can challenge them a little bit, but they are a very strong guideline for you to follow. The structure of our program, it's lined out over a 5-day period, so it is a Monday to Friday. Now keep in mind that it doesn't have to be perfectly done Monday to Friday. I've outlined in a little bit more detail in this note in your team builder how you can structure it if you only have 4 days available to you at the gym. So have a look at that and you can understand how to shift the program if you need to. Just because it tells you to do a workout on Monday doesn't mean it has to be absolutely done on Monday. You can shift it to Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever if you need to. There are weekend substitutes. So our day 1 is going to be a push day, primarily a strength day. where we're doing pushing patterns, upper body pushes and lower body pushes, so things like bench press and squats and lunges and overhead presses, things like that. Our day 2 is going to be an anaerobic conditioning day. So this is shorter duration, really high intensity work where everything you're doing is near sprinting or just maximal speed or effort. Now, not everyone is going to be capable of upholding maximal speed for all of this. So keep your fitness level in mind as you do this. You can start a little bit slower and work your way up, but we really do want high intensity there as soon as you're ready for it. So to start, you're gonna see 30 to 60 seconds, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and that'll change throughout the course of the program. As a substitute for that day, if you're not able to get it done, I've put in something that you can do just body weight or using a rower or a bike. So they're very simple intervals that you can sub in, pull it from your weekend calendar, and do that instead of your day 2 Tuesday workout if you need to. Definitely do not do 7 workouts in a week. We want to keep this to 5. Day 3 is going to be a pull day. So that's things like deadlifts and rows, movements like that. That's primarily a strength day. Day 4, we're going to have aerobic conditioning. So aerobic conditioning is longer duration work. We're going to start with 4 minutes of work, and we're going to increase the amount of time throughout the course of the program that you're working. So this is lower intensity work. Nobody can sprint for 4 minutes, so do what you're capable of. You will need to pace yourself, but there is 0 rest in between these exercises. So you still need to get to the next exercise immediately after the previous one, and just keep moving. Do not stop throughout that 4 minutes. Keep it steady, and it will be slower. That's okay. Okay, next up is going to be our Friday full body finisher day. So this is a full body lift day. Might result in some soreness, and there could be a little bit of conditioning spread into that throughout the course of the program. And another note for our aerobic conditioning day on our Thursday or our day 4, that's also something that can be subbed in with a body weight suggestion that occurs in your calendar on the weekend. Again, do not do both the day 4 aerobic and the weekend aerobic. That weekend aerobic is designed as a substitute in case you're not able to complete that day 4 workout in a gym or on shift. Okay, last thing you guys might have questions about would be mobility training. You might notice that there isn't a whole lot of static stretching programmed here. That's intentional. A lot of the modern research is showing that those static stretches don't really do a whole lot to improve our mobility. Instead, our dynamic warm-up is one of the best ways that we're going to improve mobility. Not only that, but a lot of the lifting and strength exercises I've asked you to do are full ranges of motion that will actually improve your mobility, even just doing your strength training. So that's pretty much it to get you guys off the ground and running. If you have any questions, you can use the messaging app within TeamBuilder, or you can write in your journal, but messaging app is probably best to get a hold of me. You guys are all now subscribed to a private group where you can communicate with each other, ask group questions, and we'll have team reporting so that you can see how you're matching up over time and how you're matching up against your colleagues who are doing this program with you. Have fun, guys. I'm really excited to be working with you, and let's get fit.